Hi everyone, Jan is here. I'm going to make a bit of overview of the market for the 18th November and share with you where I placed my orders. So let's have a look what actually happened today, where I had trades and what I'm going to do. So euro dollar, that's where it was a small move today, right? So I had my order here, remember guys, and it worked out in European session. So I had a buy which closed out, and right now I have nothing else going on with euro dollar. So that's the trade I want to show you, the one you saw me placing yesterday. You see half positions closed and another half closed a little bit later with the trailing stop. So, and at this moment I'm not placing any orders because I don't like where it is. It still looks like it wants to continue to 119 and who knows, maybe even try to break it. But this is where we had previous top, right? So I would think rather to wait and see in the morning what it's going to do, where it's going to end up, if it's going to still sit here, or maybe it will be around this area, or maybe move, something like that, because my next area would be pretty much possibly around this place, because it's going to be nice if it will break that to continue way up, or will break this one and actually turn around. Here is a little bit too close to everything. If it will consolidate here, you see, and go to that area, it's about 30 pips, which is okay, but if there will be spread wide or slipperage, I might not get out even with my 10 pips profit. So, and also going breaking this level down is too close to that level too. At this moment, guys, I have to say it's a bit messy on the market. There is no much going on because everybody waiting for Brexit news, waiting for news political again America with the COVID, with the vaccine. So it's such a mixture, and so that's why I can see that the pairs don't make much movements. I still don't understand why euro continue way up, like possibly because there is still uncertainty in the US with the election and a little bit more optimistic about COVID vaccine. So that's why I'm expecting if it will be again not very big moves, maybe slowly just continue inside here before there will be something they'll give us, and maybe there will be, because it's Wednesday tomorrow. I mean, now it's Wednesdays, Thursdays are not that bad moves, but nothing at this moment, so who knows. Let's just sit and wait a bit for now. Pound dollar, I have placed my orders. I have placed buy and pending sell order here using this area. We've been here before. It's actually had it's worked out my order, you see, but again, it's either the slippage or widespread. I only go out with, you see, pretty much break even, only 48 cents. And like previously, I have never had anything like this. You know, usually the movement like this would give me at least my 10 pips. But like I'm saying, right now in the market, you can see the conditions are not very good, and they do have these weird spreads and slippages. So, and that's why you see the examples of my results, right, on this one. And I'm not placing the big ones, but usually it's my usual, like you see at break even I put 120 points, which is usually would give me a good movement. But I mean, good at least to get a little bit of profit. But it's you see it jumped and jumped out and jumped back, and they had a little bit of positive news for pound, saying that the possible deal will be next week again, early next week. So I can imagine that pound might just sit in here. It might go into the side. So that's I'm telling you about the dangers. I'm not expecting a huge move. I just worry if there will be a good news or bad news, there will be big move, and I don't want to miss it. That's why I'm placing the orders, but with the danger that I might get into the sides like you saw with the other, like Australian dollar I'm going to show you now. So that's why we will see. I mean, they might give a double top and going down, break this level and get in here. So I have timers again on my orders. It's not going to be during the Asian session, only in the morning again, European session. So you can see I put 18th November, 10 o'clock of the broker time. So that's why I would think by the time I maybe already will be, well, not around 10 o'clock because it's about 9 o'clock for me. But I mean, if it will try to break here, it's still now, you see I have 200 points from that level. So if it will try to break it and just sit with this level, so then I will see, because maybe it will be better to place the orders from that level. So it might break it and then go back and then just sit here, you know, until whatever the evening or next day. So that's why Okay, I placed it. You see, it's 18th midnight. Like I'm saying, quite easily, it might just sit in here all day and then go into the next day if there is nothing again going on. So it's a little bit positive news. And also the danger of the buy from here to place the level is that it can do exactly the same as it was here. You see those wicks. So that's why I'm saying this is not 100%. I would say in this area, I don't like it much, but I still place the orders just in case I don't want to miss a good move if there will be unpredictable, unexpected. So, but I don't exclude there could be those jumps, ups and downs. So, but that's where I place my orders for now, guys. So you see, it's just you never know where it can go. So dollar Canadian, I had an order today. Actually, here I used the channel which I highlighted from the previous video from yesterday, and it's created the channel. So I placed my orders, and it took me into the buy. And I'm still expecting the possibility of continuation the way up. But once again, it might go down back. So I mean, if it wouldn't be orders right now, I would still looking into this area because it still might end up a bit of the bullish flag. You see. I was trying to, to place the channel. So yes, on one hand, it could be possible. You see the bullish flag moving in here and then actually try to break out tomorrow and go up. At the same time, of course, it can break and then continue the way down, so and hit my stop. So it's quite, I'm not excluding this possibility, and then maybe it will move like this, or maybe try to break out with all of this uncertainty on the market this moment. So we will see how it will cope. You see with the EA again, how it will cope with all of the situation. So that's why that right now is the worst time to trade, I think. And like I'm saying, I would just probably stay away, especially if the small accounts, but this is quite a reasonable size. So that's why I'm going to leave it. I'll take this away, so we will see what's going to happen. So, but that's once again, the same area I would look at. Dollar yen, just as expected yesterday, it's moved down back to this level again, right? This price 104 roughly. It's been here so many times, and once again, I can see maybe this time lucky it will break through finally. At the same time, of course, technically it needs a bit of a correction. So I place the levels again, buy and sell. The buy order is with the timer for the opening of the market European tomorrow, and the seller just left without the timer, just a bit more possibility maybe to continue the way down. So you see the danger here. What I see, if there could be that small, very slow motion moving, it might move in here, and then you see that's the Fibonacci level is 23, and so what again might take me into the, you see this 20 pips and get me into the bad trade again, turn around and sit in here or try to break through, sit again or slowly continue the way down. So you see that's what at this moment, this is what the market looks like with all those jumps like this unexpectedly. So yeah, we will see. I placed the orders anyway. It's quite strong level. I don't know, will it try to break again or not? I mean, at this moment, I still don't see any turning points. It looks like a bit of the one little bottom. Maybe it will create another bottom, so then it would be a little bit more like a double bottom signal. I kind of not excluding this. You see, that's the one, maybe another one. Or maybe I'll just decide to go now, just like consolidate and then try to go either direction. Once again, guys, either direction is so much of nothing clear at this moment, just a nice level. Okay, pound yen also not much movements, got me into the trade. In here I had a buy order, right, and the sell, so I canceled all opposite orders. And well, I mean, this moment, yes, technically looking, it still looks a bit more going down technically, but with a little bit positive news. You see pound still a little bit on the up, but didn't have energy to continue the way up. I was quite surprised it didn't get this movement, so I thought maybe at least halfway through it will, but no, you see, that's what happens when there is nothing. So tomorrow, pretty much, if there will be nothing, I would not exclude that it might hit my stop and actually go down, which would be okay if it will continue the way down and will get me into the other trade and will make me profit, cover the loss. But let's see, maybe it will still looks like a bit of the channel, right? So it broke through this little triangle possible, and if it will not break it, then I still would expect that maybe it will continue the way up. So that's the view on the pound. Yen, euro, pound. You see no possible entry points in here because again it's stuck around this area. Euro moved a little bit up, pound moved a little bit up, not much. Pound did a bit further. Euro tomorrow might go a bit further. Other way around, both maybe. So it's nothing at this moment. It does look like still a little bit started with the possible bullish flag. Now it looks like maybe a wedge, a possible, and the pair might just sit in here and then try. I mean, this would be a nice area. You see, like again, the same level. If we would be in the usual situation, technically it's breaking up and then going, right? So that would be a good continuation inside this downtrend channel as a correction. So went up, more correction, went up again, and then continue down again inside this downtrend, or try to break through going up based on the news. So that's why I wouldn't go for any trades at this moment. Just you know, if nothing is expected, it just might slowly sit in this area again, breaking a little bit up, breaking down, and that's it. Okay, Australian dollar. I still have the trade running now. It's another loss it's made me. You see, just as I expected, actually the market moved up a bit, right? It went down a little bit and went up, slightly got to the stop, only touched it. So it didn't get me by only 10 pips out of my recovery trade, guys. And I could have just manually closed it, but I wasn't there, and it turned around, so now got me into the other loss. So let's see what's going to happen. I'm going to show you that, remember here that's where we had the last loss, and I had been banking and banking and banking. You see all of this Australian, that one, and then it's made me another loss, and I've banked just a little bit of this, and made a little bit of profit on it. So, and the lot size didn't go up. You see, it's 0.04. And so that's what is quite important. As long as the lot size is not growing too much, then it's okay. So I could go for whatever try attempts. Okay. So, but I still would presume that maybe now it will continue the way down and finally get me out of this other recovery. So we will see. And I mean, at the same time, of course, it might go up, back up again, and break this level and continue to steal to the next. We have that next level there, right? Which is doesn't want to move. It's a little bit far from it right now, but you know, the previous top, that's it. That's where I showed to you here. So yes, it's quite possible can do so. But this moment is still looking maybe a little bit of consolidation and then continue. So then I'll be trying to bank and bank more so if it will turn around and hit the stop loss again, the recovery lot size is still not going to increase. So we will see. Now let's go to gold. Oh, okay, look at this. What happened with gold? It's hit my stop loss, another one. I had here the channel, right? So I had few breakouts, and finally I thought, okay, I placed the orders, and hopefully the next time I either will break this and go up, or will break this and continue the way down, as I was expecting when I was making you this video yesterday. And you see now it did hit my stop, so I had a loss, and the recovery switched on. So you see we have a recovery working at this moment. And so I'm going to show you again. You see that's a little bit of profit. I mean, it was really nice. It will probably continue the way down, and you see I have a take profit around 1,000 points, but now I'm going to bank a little bit. So that's what I just banked, and you see it's reopened the trade, exactly the same lot size. I don't know, was it the same? Yes, exactly. See, 0.03. So that's how I banked a little bit. So out of $20, I have got now $2.43 back, and it's reopened, and now take profit, you see, is a little bit smaller, so it's a bit high. So that's why every time I can bank this, pressing this button, the take profit will be reducing, and except you see the new stop loss is getting a bit closer. Of course I can move it, but I'm not going to do so. I just hope it will continue the way down, and maybe will through the night. Well, actually it's going to be switched off in in an hour. It will stop for another hour, but hopefully if you during Asian session, maybe it will continue the way down and hit the take profit. So we will see, right? Because That's what I was telling you yesterday. That's what my expectation was, that the gold should continue the way down and then fill in this long wick. You see here, so that's what I was expecting it. I wasn't expecting that it's actually going to have that other jump again today, and I was hoping to get into the good trade. But okay, if it will close this anyway, I would be with the profit, so that would be nice. So yeah, that was just trying to tell you guys that was an entry point. And for example, if I wouldn't have a trades, I would have still have that entry point, the orders, okay. And at this moment it's nothing, so you just need to wait now for the gold to finish, either continue or maybe it will have a pullback. Who knows, it might go back inside this area again, or just have a pullback underneath and then continue the way. So that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, there is also other pairs to look at, like for example New Zealand dollar. On this account I'm not going to place other orders. I already have enough to recover. And on the other account, for example, I placed the orders again, buy and sell of this New Zealand dollar, which is also has a danger, because you see it's right at the top, but they were saying something today that they don't want New Zealand dollar be strong. So that's why if it might move, I can expect it will have that movement up. It's a strong level. Then you see it might go just a little bit to cover those wicks and then turn around. Okay, so that's the one possibility could be. But what they're saying, the more technically, it's looking like it wants to go down because it's in an uptrend channel. Yes, but still needs to have a correction, and it looks like a bit of a double top again, right? It was a bit of double top here, I pointed out previously. Now it looks like maybe shoulder that could be had, and another shoulder, and then a breakout finally. Maybe we'll break this and continue the way. But with this uncertainty with dollar and being weak, then like I'm saying, it's quite possible it might try to go up first. But I don't think it will go further until there is something else again on the market. So that's kind of a little bit of New Zealand dollar. Other pairs not much. Just want to show you, yeah, New Zealand yen. I'm waiting for that also. It has a bit of a triangle which looks really nice. I'm waiting for a bit more going into this area, and I will be placing orders also, buy order and sell order, because it's the same situation. You see, guys, it's in a nice channel, looking like it wants to go down for correction, but it still has that room with all of these things in the market. It might go up, so then I will be looking at this area possibly. You see, and dollar Swiss wanted to quickly show you. You see, that's expectation I had, a slow motion, not good move. It's broke, that's why I didn't want to place orders here. And look at this, it's 20 pips only, like just a little bit. So if I would have go for this trade, it would be just sitting and floating right now. So that's why I didn't want to touch it, and I wouldn't touch it at this moment. It just, you know, maybe it will continue slowly into here, but I don't know. I mean, it's still kind of looking like a bit of the bullish flag, and it might try to break it and try to continue the way up. For example, yeah, you see, from here to here wouldn't be too bad, but then I need a bit more consolidation to see before to try to place these orders. Okay, so that's why I'm not touching it at this moment. So that's pretty much it for now. I don't want to go through the other ones. I mean, there are somewhere to look at some bits, but not like clear at this moment. So thanks for watching. Happy trading, everyone, and I see you in my next video. Bye.